How's it going? This is Scott Zambelli of Odd Musings, and I'm here with the infamous Jay Fife of Jay Fife Illustrations. How are you doing?
You said you weren't going to use my real name.
Oh,
that was part of the deal.
I'm sorry. Well, we were going to blur you out, but I guess it's too late now.
Sure.
I'll go like this.
All right. Little floating thing here.
So, how's it going, Jay?
It's going great, man. Motor City Comic Con. I've been coming up here since 2007, I believe.
Yeah,
and
you've been doing
it ever since, man.
You've been doing this for quite a while now. How long have you been doing the convention circuit?
2005 is when I started.
Wow.
Pittsburgh Comic Con back in 2005 was the first one. Never looked back. I love Detroit though. This is almost like my second home up here. I mean, people up here in Michigan are great. You gotta do something about that damn weather though.
Yeah, the weather kind of became weird this week.
Not so awesome, but everything else, I love this area. And this show is so much fun.
Awesome. And now, in regards to your artwork here, you do a lot of. What's awesome about Jay's art is, in this day and age, there's so much digital art out there, but you are still doing traditional pencils for the majority of your artwork.
Yeah, I'm militant about it.
Yeah.
I'm old school anyway because I'm old. But I like to stay traditional. Because when somebody buys art, I want them to be able to have the art. I want them to see it. I want them to be able to hold it.
That's all pencil there.
When you're when you're getting digital, you're getting a reproduction and nothing else.
Look at that. That's beautiful work. It's amazing. You're blending, you're shading, everything about it. I love the way you do
Well,
your
I'm a
pencil.
madman with multimedia. I can't. I'm too crazy to sit down and say I'm going to do things the traditional way.
Right.
So I'm always looking for new ways to combine stuff, especially ways that shouldn't work.
Right.
And I've had some horribly failed experiments, but you walk those in the dungeon.
Another thing that comes through too in your art, I think, is a lot of times for reference. So easy now with Google and stuff, people pull up, but you actually work with models a lot of times for your actual artwork.
Best way to do it. And I got to give credit where credit's due. If your listeners out there are familiar with a pinup artist named Dave Nestler, he was kind of the one who got me into this.
Dave Nestler.
I was a fan of his for years, and it was 2004 was the last show that I attended as a guest, just as a visitor. And I showed him some of my artwork, and his comment was, why don't you get yourself a table? And me and spinning like, oh my God, my hero's telling me this.
Right.
And I says, wow, you really think my art's that good? He's like, no. But he was making a good point though, which was, if you really want to be serious, then you kind of got to get behind your art. You can't just go out there and just say, tell me I'm beautiful. You have to really work. And the best indication that you're actually doing a good job is when some perfect stranger is giving you their hard-earned money for something that you just produced out of nothing. Right. That to me was the biggest compliment I've ever received, and that's why I'm addicted to this.
Well, and that brings up a good point too for up-and-coming artists too. Is a lot of times it's that they want that need of, oh, please tell me I'm beautiful. Tell me my work is beautiful. You're not going to please everybody.
No, you're not.
There's going to be people who love your art. There's going to be people who hate your art. It's what art is. But if you're doing it for yourself, for out of the passion that you have, and you're not doing it just because you're trying to get that attention, it goes a long way too. Because if all you're looking for is that compliment, you're not going to last long in this industry.
Get into public relations because you really don't belong as an artist.
You're going to get a lot more no's than you get yes.
Here's the thing too. A lot of people don't realize being an artist is not a glamorous, fun thing. No, I mean that's sort of a myth. What it's about is hard work, sacrifice, and just as you say, you have to be willing to put what your passion is ahead of things that make you comfortable, things that make you popular, things that make you even acceptable. And it's not easy.
Even with friends I have, they'll be like, "Oh, it must be so fun what you do." It's like, well, I sat in a car for 12 hours to get to a show. Then I stood for 12 hours on a hard concrete floor. Then I sat in an uncomfortable hotel room. and then I spent 12 hours getting home again.
Yeah, it's really glamorous sitting up at 3 o'clock in the morning with the shopping channel going on in the background while you're inking a Deadpool commission. All that's so glamorous. But that's what we all do. And,
because it's the love of what we do.
And we do it really without complaint. I mean, we'll point that out to people, but at the same time, we wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of us have real jobs too. That's the other thing. Is so many of us. This is a lifestyle. This isn't a job. So many of us have jobs just to support us. And as I love to point out to people, it's like, you know, a lot of my friends on the weekends will go out drinking, or they'll go out golfing, or they'll go out bowling or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, you're going out spending money and getting nothing in return. And it's like, well, what I get to do is I get to come to one of these, or even like a small comic book shop or something and set up. And, you know, I get to talk to people. I get to find out what they love. They get to hear what, you know, I get to see what I love. And I get acknowledged because I'm actually, you know, getting compliments on things I produce. And I'm getting to talk to them about how to improve it.
Right.
And at the same time, maybe make $1 or $2.
Exactly.
And you know, how perfect is that?
Right.
But yeah, you know, you can't really approach this even as an occupation. You have to look at it as, this is a lifestyle.
It's tough. It is lifestyle. And for any of the listeners out there, how do they find you online?
Right now, the best way is Facebook. I have a page, Jay Illustration, Jay Fife Illustration on Facebook. Also on Instagram and Pinterest. The website's never really taken off, and I'm sort of still plucking around with that. But right now, with social media the way it is,
Social media really, I know for me,
really
that's
had a
my
need for
biggest
it.
interaction with everybody.
Yeah.
So Facebook's number one way, and it's J.E. Fife, and that's
Jay Fife Illustration. Just
right there, F-I-F-E.
Contact me through there if you need anything customized or anything at all, or just want to make fun of the stuff that I have posted. It'd be great.
Yeah, and do you post your convention schedule, or when you're...
Well, it's very erratic, so I don't. But I try to give people as much fair warning as I can.
So go on and like his Facebook page, follow him on there. If he's coming to town in your area, you'll get a heads up, and you'll be able to go see him in person.
Yeah, and also stop by this guy's table because we did this like little collaboration, and I just want him to go public and say, Scott Zambelli did not steal my artwork. Okay. I get so many people that come up to me.
So the background story, we'll give this really quick before we get off. The background story is he did this. I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan, and he did this beautiful Playboy cover mock-up of a pencil of Harley Quinn on a Playboy cover. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh, please, I got to do the colors for this piece. And he was gracious enough to allow
I'll
me.
admit I was a little skeptical because people have done this before. But I got to say, you know, he's the one exception because what Scott did was he made it his own. He brought it in and he made this beautiful shot where it wasn't just the magazine cover, which I had done. It was now the magazine cover sitting on the desk of Batman.
Yes.
Because he had like stuff from, he had Batcave, he had the Red Phone, he had, Batarang was sitting next to it.
Yeah, Batarang.
There was like a notepad or something.
Yeah, some notes were on it.
And some notes from Batman. Yeah. So it was a completely different thing. Not only was it in color, but you know, he just added to it. Yeah. And it was so funny because I would have people showing up. This is what it looked like. And I would have people coming up to me at the conventions, whispering and just being all upset, going, you know, there's a fellow here selling your artwork. And of course, I get up in arms. And I'm like, where is
Who is
he?
this man?
Who is this foul villain? And they show me where he is, and I'm like, oh my god. And it's so funny when I bring them over and show them Scott's stuff and say, yeah, see, we both do this. But you know,
and it did happen one time in reverse where someone's like, there's a guy who turned your piece into a black and white piece and is selling it. I'm like, is his name Jay Fife?
Yeah. So I like to clear the air that it is completely cool, and not only does, you know, he have my consent, he has my blessing because my God, he made it even better. And anytime anybody can do that, wow, that's incredible.
Well, I appreciate that, but it couldn't have been the piece was beautiful. You just saw it, so. But as is all of your work, I'm a fan of your work myself. So I want to thank you for being on the show, and get on there. Follow him on Facebook, and on Wednesdays, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., listen to Odd Musings.
And support Artist Alley.